Hello, everybody. Tim here with a review for The Fate of the Furious. No fast this time, but they are furious. And this is obviously the eighth installment. The eighth, that's crazy, installment in the Fast and the Furious franchise. This time it's being directed by F. Gary Gray from the Italian Job, Straight Outta Compton fame. I actually really like F. Gary Gray. I've only seen those two movies, The Italian Job and Straight Outta Compton, that are his, but I really enjoyed both of those movies. So, I also am a mild fan of the Fast and Furious franchise. I enjoyed parts 5, 6, and 7. The first few, 1, 2, and 3, not so much. 4 was okay, and then I really liked 5, 6, and 7. So I'm very mixed, but I tend to like the franchise now in its big explosions, we're blowing everything up phase. So I was looking forward to this. I thought the trailers were terrible, but I had faith that, with F. Gary Gray and that they could churn out something fun. And that's all I was looking for. I was looking for something fun. And this movie mostly delivers that fun. It's definitely not my favorite. I still say that it's better than both five and seven are both better than this one. I think I liked it a smidgen more than six. But it's definitely the weakest one in a while. And I don't know what the exact thing that is contributing to that. But for some reason, it I don't know. It just didn't feel like how I wanted it to be. And again, there's no like one thing that I was like, oh, this was terrible. I can't believe they did this, because it's such a ridiculous movie that I wasn't trying to analyze it too hard. What I will say is, as for some positives, Jason Statham is awesome, and for the couple scenes that Helen Mirren is in, she's awesome. Also, a surprise cameo from a character that I really enjoyed from a previous film that I thought was awesome, and basically anything, yeah, with Jason Statham was kick ass. Anything with The Rock was kick ass. And on another positive note, I was really worried from seeing the trailers, like, oh, there's, Dom is all evil, and that's the plot, is Dom is going against the crew and working for Charlize Theron, and what's he doing? And, I was worried, oh no, he's gonna be like mind controlled, and it's gonna be stupid. They actually provided a fairly substantial and somewhat dark and interesting way of why he is the way he is, why he's doing what he's doing, and I bought into it. So on that level, I was happy. I thought the way they handled it was good. The unfortunate thing is that's all really grounded and real and almost dark at some points. And then in the next scene, Charlize Theron is, hacking cars, and cars are falling from the sky. So it's just, if you're not bought into this franchise at this point, you're not going to enjoy this. You're not going to like it because it's so ridiculous that you're not going to be able to get into it. But if you've seen all the other ones, you like where this franchise is going, there is stuff to like here. And I will say, actually, the last half hour or so is really fun. It's by far the best part of the movie. I had a really good time with the last half hour or so. And again, as for negatives, it does the tone shifts all over the place, but I've come to expect that. And then also it dragged a bit in the middle of the movie. The second act had a lot of pacing issues that even I was starting to nod off a bit. It was got pretty boring. And Scott Eastwood is just not good in this movie, and I don't hate Scott Eastwood. He's turned in some performances that I thought were okay. I've never been like overly impressed, but yeah, he was just really bad in this movie, and when you're looking at performances in a Fast and the Furious movie, and you can point out the one that was super stinky. For me, that was it. And they also tried to make him, like it felt like they were trying to shoehorn him in to be like the next Brian, who was played by Paul Walker. So it didn't work for me. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on Fate of the Furious. Like I said, I didn't love it, but I did have fun with it. I'll probably see it again in the theater because it is a fun experience in the movie theater. But again, not my favorite of the franchise. Definitely not the worst in the franchise, but just not my favorite either. All right, guys, so if you liked my rambling here, click that like button, hit subscribe. Check out another one of my reviews. I'm going to throw up my trailer reaction for Star Wars The Last Jedi on here. Check out my reaction to that. And stay tuned for other cool stuff coming up. All right, guys. Until next time, have a good one.